Welcome back to the shop. We're still working on this block front box and the shell carving. I got a little work done on the left side of the shell, and we'll show that to you in just a moment. We'll jump right in. Okay, let's talk about this a little bit. What I've done is worked on the excuse me, the left side of this box, and carved this pretty much in its entirety to here. As you can see, I barely started sanding from here to here. I left this side so you could see it or see what it looks like coming right off the tool. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave some tool marks just to show that it's hand carved and not done by a CNC machine. Toward the bottom here, maybe you'll see some tool facets. I will sand this part down, and then I will move on to doing this part, and then obviously this part, and then sanding the whole piece ready for finishing. So that's where we're at right now. I'm going to turn the box around real quick and show you how we get started on this side. I'm going to take this V parting tool, this one here, and let me grab my glasses here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through and separate these rays out. I started to go a little too deep there. No reason to go too deep, especially at the beginning. You can always deepen it as you go. But what I'm going to do is come through this whole side with the V parting tool and bring it down to an approximate depth. And I'll just go through here this way. And then we'll go forward this way. And we'll just continue on through here. So when I get that done, I'll be back with you. So we have our detail established here with the V chisel. And now what we have to do is go through and lower these sections. They're going to have the groove in the ray. So I'm going to, because it's easy to lose count of where you're at, this is going to be lower like this. This one, every other one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. It is easy to make a mistake. Matter of fact, I started to do it on the other side and caught myself. So putting this in here kind of reminds me. Because if you start taking down the wrong one, you have seriously messed up. Okay, so I have a number 8 gouge. It's got a fairly decent sweep on it. And I can use that to get in by turning the gouge one way or another and start to establish this lower ray here. So I'm going to go through and do that all through these sides that haven't been addressed yet. Of course, there's a number of ways that you can do this, and I'm probably not at the depth that I need to be at, but you can always go lower. And this is pretty much working across the grain. The grain is running this way, and this one's going straight across, this one's almost straight across. So it stays pretty consistent. When you start getting over here, it's easy to chip out. Matter of fact, you can see right there as I was coming down, it caught the edge of that. Now that won't matter because this will be rounded over, so that'll be gone. But it just goes to show or illustrate how the grain can turn on you, and you're not thinking, you're not paying attention, and next thing you know, you have a split out. Of course, if you catch the piece, you can always glue it back if you get into a tight spot. But now I don't think this is going to be deep enough. Where I'm looking to go is the depth of this right here, because I can establish this flat, round this over, and then put the groove down the center of it. So I'm still a little high, but that's okay. We can come back through with the V chisel and come a little deeper and get that down to where we need to be. We'll have to do it again down here. So this is just starting to get the waste out. And the nice thing about the number 8 is has enough sweep that you can manipulate the chisel to either side to clear that waste. If you tried to do this with a flat chisel, kind of, I don't know, it's just harder. It gets in the way. So I'm just going to get these areas established. All through. Being careful with the grain. And once we get down with this where we need to be, then we can start looking at rounding over this part. But you can see I'm still not deep enough yet. But that's okay. Like I said, we're just getting started. Carving is not a particularly fast thing to do, and I'm not trying to hurry this along. If you want a fast carving, get you a CNC machine. All right, so you get the idea. I will come back after I lower this and we'll take another look at it and we'll proceed.